welcome back to Mindusty, where I, after doing a warm-up, am now continuing on. As you can see here, a few mistakes might have been made. Actually, you haven't seen the mistakes yet. But believe me, they're there. And I'm not making the same mistake twice. Well, I am, but just not that mistake of how to put those down. Immediately, I want to get some polys up, mainly because I'm lazy and don't feel like building things myself. But hey, admittedly, we can probably just fit polys up here if we really wanted to. Like, just barely enough space for them too. And I'm also putting up fire suppression, because I've never actually been used to playing this game with fire suppression. It's, typically fire is a very big non-issue in Mindusty. Like, oh no, there's a fire that broke out anyways. But, it turns out this mod makes fires just explode, so... You know what? Honestly, that's a fair enough reason to get fire suppression. Not gonna question that. That should make a nice backlog. Now power is going to become relevant. So we're going to want to start up a smidgen of power infrastructure. We're also going to want to build... just ignore those, please. Please, I swear, it is as bad as it looks. Just ignore it, honestly. I don't even need that, I just need to get those few things up. Maybe a little bit more than just, but we can make do with what we have, right? Not sure I flicked that away. You're not set correctly. Just ironically more fine than usual, because I caught it early. We did a full cycle. And then we're going to want to hit with one of these. Get some oil production online. Production, unpacking. I'm so glad I realized that was a thing you could do in this mod. So now we're going to get some power, but we're going to need to jumpstart it just a wee bit. So we're going to chuck that in there. The generator is going to slightly explode. Actually, please don't explode. Very blast compound-esque feeling there. We're going to burn some titanium for just sheer production. That's fine, who cares? We're actually building fire suppression, which is great. Polys will be very nice. And yeah, also I've noticed these don't actually have little working icons. I should have noticed that a long time ago, but I have now. We're still working within the space constraints. You're probably wondering why I haven't set up defenses. Laziness. Come on, folks, we know. We know why. Additive reconstructor. Because it's unnecessary, I actually plan to put more in here. Wait. You know what, that's fine, we can make do. Actually, no, we can't. This just needs to be here. Which admittedly is not a huge problem, it's just annoying. That also means I want to rearrange some stuff. Can I rearrange some stuff? Make this silicone? Yes, I can. Because we're going to be top feeding this one. Yes, it's cursed, and yes, I know. this should ensure that what we need gets in. Graphite. No. Lead. That should still totally be in range. I want to drag down their likelihood of attacking this area. Thank you, Pollies. As long as they're not stuck building something, they will help you. Notice the way I phrased it. As long as they're not stuck. Because Pollies are naturally incredibly dumb in this game. And I don't really respect Pollies. Unless they've been updated. But I'm gonna consider that still to be pretty damn unlikely. I'm gonna do this, I think. It still has copper in it. And we already have a fortress up. Wow. We're out of silicone, so let's fix that from unwarming up to warm up. In fact, I've completely forgotten a second time to actually tell things where to move. So, admittedly, a little embarrassing. Just put that there. Right, now that we certainly have the silicone production and the mistakes, I guess some bridges weren't built in time, so just clear these manually. That's fine. Yep. It is free titanium, I guess, if you will. No. Oh. Yeah, we have a fortress now. I like how this is just sitting calmly like that. That did not do anything. Alright. I think I'll remember how to do the doors. We're just going to want to make some space. I think even one fortress could probably clear this, honestly. They can be pretty damn menacing if you're not expecting a fortress to show up. And of course, in this early game area, they would never expect a fortress, so we're just gonna send in fortresses and laugh about it. However, their bombs are certainly gonna come from down here, so we're just gonna need to deter them by implying there's better ways of getting to the base. Of course there isn't, but we could always send the fortress down here, although crawlers are pretty much just guaranteed to explode if you look at them weird, so yeah. Pollies. That feels good, man. But it's fine when it's a wall, because sometimes it's just more convenient. But we can all agree that the power grid has a problem with it. A big problem. That's copper. Where can I get copper from? Copper. I probably built over the only deposit nearby, honestly. It's fine, we're just building some walls. You can only hold a wall in a bit with the starter unit. Whatever, units don't actually need this, so... Actually, speaking of units, what if we just repurposed some? Yeah, okay, that works. Graphite is still low. I see a graphite press, so I'm not really inclined to use it. I'm not going to go for the super efficient ones. Admittedly, I can't be too bothered to use something like the multi-press. I should be bothered, but I'm just not. Just going to hit over one of those. No, not even really necessary, turns out. Also, I set it up in such a way where it just immediately broke, but whatever, you know what, it's fine. We can now build a core bunker. Core bunker, there we go. Now, even more units. and buffed units. Yeah, so this thing's certainly not supposed to be available yet, but I don't really care. And now also we can have way more polys, because the cap was bumped up just a wee bit. That's fine. We're not burning through lead very quickly. No one is surprised. I messed that up. Still not that surprising. There we go. Even more titanium. And I'm guessing all of that's being boosted as well. Yep, not too surprising. One enemy remains. Let's take a look at where they are. Oh, there they are. Say hello to the little guy. What am I stuck on? Nothing. I have a mining laser. Oh my gosh. Ow. It's fine. I regenerate, actually. I have a feeling one of these aren't at full health, so we're just gonna chuck this in and say it's probably enough. Yeah, see? That's me you're shooting. No, it's not. What's it good for? This thing's maxed out on connections. It's like I put in the comments of someone else. Maybe someone asked. Yes, you can actually transfer nodes like that, they don't need to be connected. Admittedly, it's pretty damn convenient. Also, I guess I've completely forgone any type of defense, but, well, who cares? I don't think they're gonna have the option to say no to my plans. Now all that's left is to AFK and take in the horrific lack of beauty in the diagonal steam-powered and unplug my VR headset because it's fully charged. I was gonna say, have I really addressed my VR headset? I have done some Nautica VR for the YouTube channel. I would say that's probably good enough. I need to clean that thing pretty freaking badly. I might actually upgrade the strap on that thing. I've been using a Quest 3 with the stock strap for like 2 years now. Probably should've get it replaced. Honestly, I'm not sure the steam turbines are the only questionable thing here right now. Allegedly. I mean, it's pretty comfortable. Just do not, whatever you do, try to put like the headband behind your ear, like on the inside of your ear, because that will hurt so badly. Just have it awkwardly jutting out the sides. I mean, it sounds dumb, but it's so much better. Fight? Fight? Ow. Okay. Coward. I've taken the green. Just 7 more to go. And this is with the units sped up. In the meantime, I'm going to actually do some base modification. Nice. Okay, we're just gonna start building launch pads. You know you've come far in a game when you can just start building, you know, things that aren't even really relevant yet. Like, yeah, I just might as well save some time. Ironically enough, this is completely fine to do. I probably shouldn't be sending the resources out now, but I can't really be bothered. These can be sent to here, maybe? Okay. You know what? I doubt anyone's ever seen people start using launch pads while still capturing a sector, but whatever. And look at this progress. We still have enough resources in here just to make things work. There. Last little jaunt, and then we're done and ready to raid. Also, you can't. No, you can talk with doors, really. It's just Erica's doors are weird. Okay. Also, it's sporing right now. So, look at this first spore storm I've seen. Also, why am I not affected? It gives a little bit of a movement speed penalty, but also any spore cultivators on the map get like a 50% production increase. It's admittedly nowhere near worthwhile depending on it, but, you know. Oh wait, that's just an extra one. Yep. Come out. Took him a second. I'm gonna tear that down in a while. Ironically producing slower than this one. Okay, everyone, welcome. And now we push up here. Isn't that like the... You know what, we can push down here, it's fine. You know, I'm pretty sure the fortress is supposed to be the thing that you're defending, not the thing you're sending at your enemy, but hey, you know what? Names are funny. And I just checked and the video still seems to be good. It's a pretty quick one, honestly. Next up is Desolate Rift, I think? Which is not going to be quick, it's going to take a few videos, but it's fine. Gotta see how much power we can put in there. Also, I think the production complex is being destroyed right now, I don't really care. Yeah, there's like nothing they're able to do. Come on guys, regroup down here. Oh, keep in mind, all of these units are buffed. They're not supposed to fire this quickly. I mean, there's definitely 27 of them, which is higher than the max core, which I think is the nucleus. So, honestly, it's pretty terrifying. I want to get these nice and into a ball, because now it's just even more terrifying when I push. Ow, 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 ow. They're just walking. Focusing fire. Yeah, there's not much they can do. Those are scorches. Nothing even needs to walk down there. Why? Okay. This poor little outpost up here is just... It's not long. That's cool. Well... they're using overflows and routers here. More of an advancement for single filing it. I don't remember if I used it. That's interesting. I honestly don't really know where the core is, so I'm just blowing things up until I find it. I mean, it's so overpowered right now, who cares? We could just sort of walk through here, and nothing really stands in our way. I don't know where the core is. I think it's to the left. Could be wrong. They have no range for that, do they? Oh god, they have range. I forgot, these things really just fire mortars. No, actually, we're just gonna walk right out the way I wanted to come in originally. Wave 8. This does not feel appropriate for Wave 8. Everything's just on fire. There is no hope for them. Regroup over here. And they're just naturally gonna heal off the damage. I mean, I could have probably gotten it in Wave 7 if I just beelined it, but this is fun. If I walk past the core, they're gonna die. So let's just kill the core. Actually, wait, I want to concentrate for this. They really don't like walking for the deeper water, do they? Never thought I'd have to need a giant army, but whatever. When I say giant, I mean it literally is over the unit cap in the base game, so it is definitely a giant army. Which I do think is pretty damn funny. Where is it? I don't know where Alpha Core is, but the nucleus can only have 24 units. We have 27, so this is admittedly an ironically huge army. This ain't gonna go too well for the base. I couldn't even push. Dude, whatever. Okay, well. Anyways, back to the reason why I said this was irrelevant. Also, now I just realized, we've captured the Overgrowth fully. And nuclear production complex is actually okay, I think. So look at that. It's in perfect condition because I put up a force field. A force projector. Well, isn't that just fine and dandy, folks? I hope you enjoyed this little bit. Next up, it's Desolate Rift, which I'm admittedly not looking forward to as much. Mainly because it's a fairly easy region, admittedly. I don't want this series to end. Also, I'm considering streaming some No Man's Skies when the next expedition drops. That could be fun. I've immediately gotten off topic. And I guess we're saying that way. Okay, well, I'm on to part 2. Okay. It's just their game. Yeah, it's okay. We're cheating now. And I want to know what else can use as some nanometals. These are only opium. Okay, I don't think I can even obtain that. This thing looks sick with that, but it's admittedly a pretty awful weapon. Dragon's Claw. We don't use Dragon's Claw with it. We should get Dragon's Claw with some Comet thrown in. Like the most overpowered combo for Desolate Rift. Before I start cranking up tier 5s, I think that's a great idea. Because believe it or not, tier 5 is expensive. Yeah, no, I'm still broke. Probably should also look into this, but yeah, as you can see here, even with all of my wealth, I'm still bankrupting myself to do this. Crazy world. Yeah, no, some of the stats in this is just insane. But yeah, no, now this area is just safe. A weird feeling, admittedly. But, hey, you know what? I'm not even complaining. Progress has been made. Now we can just export these items anywhere else, preferably to Desolate Rift. Which I've never fully captured. There's gonna be another thing next to it. But I want Desolate Rift. Which is in an extreme difficulty, which I don't actually plan to take seriously. The other great thing about Desolate Rift that I want to unplug my headset. Nifty. But the great thing about Desolate Rift is I can launch from a finished sector. I can send a larger core in because it's not one I need units in. I can actually have the luxury of a well-built thing. Desolate Rift. Max it out. Oh, yes. That's good. And we'll just import everything else. So I hope you've all enjoyed, and next time, meet me back for some Desolate Rift gaming.